What do you like about what you've seen out of Jed for the last few weeks?
Jed's continuing to develop and grow, and I think like really address those issues he's had. He's like I said, I think a couple weeks ago we had some plays that weren't. I think Jed would like to have back, but he's taken the approach to go develop and work on correcting those issues. So he's been a pro about it. So those kinds of things have been positive.
Been mostly little things, or what specifically?
Very much little things, yeah, like little details can make all the difference. And so focusing on that, and just like really with the experience now he's had, kind of recognizing those patterns and working to address those things. So his work at that has been positive for sure.
Obviously, he didn't practice yesterday, so I don't know if he's going to be out for the game. What have you seen out of James, and especially on that left side? Because I know he spent most of his playing time has been on the right side.
For James, yeah, James plays both sides. He has to. He's a swing tackle, so yeah, he's got to be able to jump in there at either side. And so he one of the drawbacks of being a flex or swing tackle is you got to really have skills at both sides. But he's taken to the he's done well this week, I think, and he's just working hard at it. So he knows his issues on either side too. So he's working, and we're positive on him.
How about Dwan? What do you see from him week to week?
Dwan is I think becoming a better pro. Because I think for him he's got all the physical attributes now. It's just like the nuances and the repetition has really benefited him. Where he sees things better now, and just getting more experience has been positive for him. Being consistent is the biggest issue, and we've been working through, and I think where we've seen some positive gains there too.
How can you help like a younger, rookie especially, develop that consistency? Is it just like a thing that takes time and
I think
reps?
it does. I think it takes time. I mean, you can talk about it, but like you're getting a chance to go against all these top elite rushers and seeing the defenses week to week, being in the building and just the constant attention to detail. He gets a lot of support, and he's been improving in that regard. So I think with all the various looks you have to know, and then from our offense, and then the adjustments on defense on a week to week basis, he's done well with that, and so definitely making gains.
What are those conversations been like with Dwan, though, like kind of on a week-to-week basis, like pointing out those things to improve? And I guess how does he handle those conversations with you?
He handles them well, and increasingly, well in terms of like where he was when he got here. He was, it was like everything was new. So, and that's true for every rookie. But Dwan has really, I think the culture in the room has helped him. I think just the constant feedback, and then where he sees he has success when he follows the instruction and does the right things, and that's where he's really shown some improvement. I think he knows what he has to do now. He trusts in it, and he's putting forth the effort.
His defense gotten improved over the last 3 weeks, because there's a dramatic shift from weeks 1 through 3 to weeks 4 through 6.
Well, they've got a really talented defense in terms of their roster. They got tons of speed up front. They've got a great front four there. Plus their linebackers are excellent. Their secondary is great. I mean, they're well coached. They've got a good scheme. I think that looking at them, whatever the statistics may have said, the film tells a different story. They're a very good defense, and I think we have a lot of respect for them for sure.
The difference in your guys' run game after the bye? You had those couple of tough games before the bye, and then I think you guys run it better.
The difference, I mean, I don't know, every week we just come out, we have, a new game plan each week, and we're trying to really improve on our technical areas, getting the backs in phase, obviously with losing Nick in the early part of the year. The younger guys stepping up there, understanding the plan, and then getting basically all 11 players on the field tied into the run game. And once we commit to that, it's just a function of doing the right things, and then improving the technique and working together as a unit. And once we get when Coach dials up a run, guys get excited about, we believe we can run the ball. But it's a matter of each week improving and refining those critical areas, because it just takes one small breakdown to break up a play. So I think it's really just a collective group unit effort, and being conscious of what things can go wrong and how you have to address those adjustments.
I mean, you guys are running the same things. It wasn't like a significant shift in the play.
I mean, we run, we've definitely run we have core plays, but like every week it's a game plan adjustment thing. So just being tied in on that and making sure, again, like if 9 guys do a great job and then one guy screws something up, it looks like everybody screwed up, but in terms of what we're getting done, just the demand for higher level consistency, better communication, and all that. From a technical standpoint, I think those things improve too as time goes on.
Seahawks, they've added Frank Clark, and it sounds like he might be able to go this weekend. Just how that changes anything for game planning and what he brings and that stuff.
Frank Clark's a great player, and I don't think there's any decline in his play. You watch him play last year, watch him play this year from Denver. Excellent, outstanding edge rusher, and smart, savvy, explosive, strong. Knows how to get to the quarterback. So he just presents one more challenge for us, and on an already talented front four.
These guys, they have 23 sacks. I think it's 5th in the NFL, and they get them from sort of all over. They're spreading them out. So what challenges does that present for you guys?
It's a lot of challenges. I mean, just given that, you're right. I mean, they're all good. There's not like a weak link on the front. So they do a good job of, especially playing up there in Seattle with the noise. So they do a really good job at that. And I think there's just a high level defensive front. So it's a really huge challenge on every aspect of that for us.
Scott, you're always a play away, right? You guys have certainly seen that in your room when a couple guys get banged up. There's a lot of people up this way that are somewhat familiar with Luke Whitworth because he played at Ohio State, but maybe haven't seen or heard much about him in the last couple of months here. Can you give us an idea of his development, his approach, football IQ, the things that he's doing to try to get himself ready so that if his numbers fall, he's ready to go?
Yeah, Luke is, he's a flex player, meaning he has to play both guards and center. So, from a rookie coming in, he's got to make those gains each week, especially this time of the year, because to your point, everyone's one play away. So he puts, he gives his best effort. He comes out and works hard, and I think he's a smart kid. So, we're always trying to improve him and little fundamental aspects of his game in terms of where he has deficiencies. So I think, but we're pleased with his approach to it. And I think it's just a constant evolution, just like everybody else.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.